Welcome back, people, and for the first timers, welcome to Carp Gurus. So, as you can see, I'm out on the road, and you've guessed it, I'm going fishing. So, where am I going? I am going for a 48-hour session at the notorious Drayton Reservoir, and my dad will be joining me. Let's do this. We are now set up at Drayton Reservoir. So I'm fishing on peg 36. My dad is fishing on peg 35. As it stands at the moment, it's around 4 p.m. And no fish have been caught yet. We've been fishing around 2 hours. Tactics wise, it's boiling hot, and I mean boiling hot. So as we were walking around the lake, we saw multiple carp on top, so we decided to go for the adjustable zig approach. So I've got 2 rods out in this bay to my left, which is near the sailing club, and they're both fished on adjustable zigs with yellow pineapple pop-ups a couple of inches under the surface. So that's my approach for now. As we progress into the evening, I will be switching my rods over to bottom baits and getting a baited area going. But for now, with this heat, I feel that gives me the best chance of some quick action. My dad has been on the adjustable zigs as well. However, now he's decided to prepare his area of water ready for the night session. So he's spodding out a mixture of particles, and that's where he's going to be fishing for the night on the bottom. So yeah, that's how we're rolling with it at the moment. I'll do another update when we progress into the evening, but yeah, that's where we're at. We're both feeling confident and we're enjoying this brilliant weather. A great start to the session at Drayton. A nice, very lively, a nice mid double, took on the adjustable zig, absolute screamer. Like I said earlier, fishing it a couple of inches under the surface, yellow pineapple pop-up, and here we are. Great start to the session. That's my swim, you can see in the distance with the rods poking out where that fence is. And what I've done, I've put 3 rods out because we've practically got the lake to ourselves. I've put 1 rod in open water, and then what I've done, I've put 2 rods now on the deck in the bay where I caught on the adjustable zig earlier, but now they're both on the bottom, or near enough on the bottom. They're on helicopter rigs with stiff hinge rigs and double pineapple pop-ups. So I'm going for the higher tracked approach, and what I've done, like I said, that's my swim. I've come down this deck in here, I've jumped off, done a bit of a Tarzan, come onto this decking, and then what I've done is set myself up directly in front of this white buoy. I've got 2 rods in line with the white buoy, So basically, I'm going to now spread a large scattering of boilie over the area, and that is going to set me up for tonight. So yeah, hitting it hard, going for the heavy baiting, probably put about 2 kilo in tonight. And yeah, that's me. In regard to what my dad's doing, he's got 3 rods out in the open water. He's using basic lead clip setups with hair rigs. He's fishing 18mm boilies, bottom baits, and he's spodding a large bed of particle in the area and fishing 3 rods close together. So yeah, slightly different tactics, but we can both agree that we're going heavy on the bait and we're expecting a multiple capture of good carp tonight. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to get this area baited, relax in the bivvy, and when there's something to update you with, of course I will update you. Checking in. Here we go again. So yeah, I thought I would check in and give you another update. So it's now around 9:30. Rods have stayed in since we redid them after switching from the adjustable zigs to fishing on the bottom. Nothing has happened yet, but I am expecting it to be later on as the temperature drops even more, because it's still hot and there's still a lot of carp topping. So tomorrow I'm thinking of leaving the zigs on for even longer. But we'll see how the session goes. We'll see how it pans out. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're both feeling confident. My dad's set now and ready for the night. So am I. I've just topped up my area in the bay with the throwing stick. And just, again, done a large spread of boilie in the area. So I'm expecting that the carp will get their heads down on that during the night. And hopefully I'll have a big hit. So yeah, this is the last time I'm going to update you tonight. Unless I catch. So yeah, there we go. That's how I'm rolling with it. If I catch in the night, if anything happens, I'll update you again. Other than that, I will speak to you in the morning. A mid double again. This one was caught off the bottom on the helicopter rig, stiff hinge rig, and double pineapple boilies. So I'd recently just finished putting out a large bed of boilies with the throwing stick, and now they've moved in. So we've had 1 fish on the adjustable zig, and we've had 1 fish off the bottom. He's very lively, but one thing to keep in mind, if you have the cradle set correctly and you calm, let him use his energy, and then you can pick him up and get your picture or your video. Here we are once again with the dad. Fish number 2, high doubles this one. Again, same tactics as stated before, heavily baited area, solid bags, and the carp are moving in. So 2 fish for me, 2 fish for dad, and the session is going very, very well. Here we are, people. Fish number 3. Another nice double. This fish wasn't on the helicopter rig with the stiff hinge rig. It was on the basic lead clip system, hair rig, and a monster crab boiler, old school monster crab boiler. Fish are coming thick and fast now. We're losing track of how many we've had and how many we've lost, but it's safe to say the tactics are working, the heavy baiting is working, and we love Drayton. Fish number 3 for the dad. Another nice double. This one fought like a train, but yeah, he's now on 3 fish. It's around 3 AM and we're expecting many more. Second 20 of the year, first 20 of this session, £20.4, and the 5th fish of this session. So they're really getting on the bait now. They're coming thick and fast, and this one was caught on the helicopter rig, stiff hinge rig, with the double pineapple pop-ups. Boom. Good morning, carp gurus, and here is the morning update. So we're now on the first morning of the 48-hour session, and the scores on the doors are me with 6 fish and Dad with 4. I think he lost 1 as well. So yeah, it's been a very enjoyable session so far. As you know, I was fishing in the bay as we went into the evening. However, that seemed to go very quiet, so I think they sort of moved out of the bay. So I put 3 rods around 30 to 40 yards out, 2 on the stiff hinges and the helicopter rigs, 1 on a lead clip system with a basic bottom bait rig with a 3 bait stringer, and they was fished fairly close together, and the action started to come again then. So yeah, you adapt as you go and you learn about your peg as you go. Whereas if you arrive with a fixed mindset, you're not going to be able to adapt and change if you need be, and that can really affect your catch results. So it's something to think about. I'm sure plenty of people in Peg 36 solely just fish into the bay. But like I said, it dried up there during the night, or it went slower should I say, and the results came after I changed and put 3 rods 30 to 40 yards out. So that's where we're at. Plan of attack today, I'm now going back on the adjustable zig rigs. It's going to be 3 rods on the zigs near the surface because it's going to be a boiling hot day again and there is carp showing all over the place. So yeah, I'm going to take the leaders off. I am going to set up the adjustables and I'm going to be fishing the pineapple pop-ups just near the surface, and that should keep me busy during the daytime. We've shown you most of the carp. There is a few we didn't show you because they were very early morning and we were both half asleep, and they weren't anything, you know, substantial. If they were 20s, probably we would have filmed those as well, but we were a bit tired, and there was the regular stamp, so a couple slipped through the net, as they say. But yeah, you can see clearly, and you will see clearly, that it's a great session so far. The fish are coming out, and yeah, it's really enjoyable. The highlight as well is that Dad's had a 20 and I've had a 20. So we've had a 20 each, and we've got a full day today to play on the zigs, and then we've got the whole evening where we can get some bait in and go for the big hit again. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'll update you probably during the middle of the day, but for now I'm going to set up those adjustable zigs and get those rods back out. It's update time. Well, to be honest, there's not really much to report. I lost a fish on a zig around 10 AM today. The rod absolutely ripped off, struck into it, had a brief fight, and then the hook pulled. So disappointing, but you know, these things do happen in carp fishing. But other than that, there's absolutely nothing to report. Same for my dad, he's not really done anything today. And yeah, we're just persevering with what we're doing, and looking forward to the night, because that's when it seems to be all kicking off. The weather's really up and down, which I don't think's helping. It started off absolutely boiling, and now it's chucking it down, as they say. So yeah, that's obviously going to affect the fish's behaviour, but overall we're happy. We've had a good session so far. We're taking it all in today, relaxing, doing the best we can. But yeah, in the back of our minds, we're just sort of bracing ourselves for a busy night. So hopefully our thinking will be correct, and hopefully we'll be showing you much more beautiful carp as we head into the evening.
How you feel so quiet laying next to me, a silent souvenir, letting you go, letting you go. Keep craving you the days that you don't want me, like if I still tried. Guess I don't care as long as you're there. As long as you're there. Baby, we can do this all night. Keep on second guessing our love, oh love. I don't really care if you don't.
We are now set up and ready for the night ahead. So I've got 3 rods out, 2 in open water, fairly close in, but yeah, in open water. And then the left hand rod that's tight to the boards in the margin, and I've literally just lost the fish from there. The rod ripped off, I struck into it, fought with it for a few minutes, and then the hook pulled. So yeah, I've actually lost 2 fish today, which is disappointing. One on the adjustable, one on the deck, but it happens. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to smash it tonight, and everything's set up perfectly and ready for the night ahead. So what I'll do before I wrap this up, I'll show you the spots just so you can see exactly where I'm fishing, and then you've got a really clear insight into what I'm doing. So this is the swim, peg 36, as you know. There's like a fence here, so I've got the pod on an angle, all right, and then if we come here, move up a bit. So yeah, the middle and right hand rod are around here in the open water. So we've got 1 rod on the stiff hinge on a helicopter setup with a double pineapple, and then we've got 1 rod on a basic lead clip setup with a monster crab boiler and a 3-bait stringer. The left hand rod, I'll just take you through. So there's the left hand rod. As we come over this side, there's the fence, and then if I lift it up, the boat the boat with the blue cover on it, see the top in there as I'm filming, the boat with the blue cover on it, I'm literally fishing off the tip of that right next to the boards. So that's where I lost a fish earlier on today. So yeah, I had to put a rod there for the night. It seems silly not to. So what I've done, I've literally gone onto those boards with a bucket of boilies and the rod, and I've put a large spread of boilie over there, and then I've lowered my rig over the top. So the rig on that one is a helicopter setup again, stiff hinge and a double pineapple in 15mm. So yeah, that's the tactics. 2 rods out in close range in the open water, and 1 rod, which is a left hand rod, is tucked away in this margin where I lost a fish earlier on today. So that's me, and that's how I'm rolling with it. I'll now pivot you round here to my dad's swim. You can see his tent just about. Yeah, you can see his tent just about there. So yeah, he's got 3 rods out. Like I said, we've basically got the lake to ourselves. So yeah, we're loving it. But yeah, he's got 3 rods out. They're all close range in the open water. I'd say around this sort of range. He's spotted out a large bed of particle. He's catapulted pellets, he's catapulted boilies, and he's fishing solid bags over the top. So yeah, really good presentation. And I'm sure that'll be very attractive for the carp. So yeah, everything's set, everything's perfect, everything's ready, and when there's something to report, I will be reporting back to you. Stay tuned. It's now around 8:30, and as we predicted, the swim is kicking into life, and this is the first fish of the second night. Here we are, a lovely brace for the dad. Literally just hooked into 1 carp, and the other rod ripped off. So yeah, he's had a brace just now. We're around 10:30 now, something like that. The fish have obviously moved in on the particle, on his heavily baited area, and he's had this brace. So yeah, they both fought like hell, and now they deserve to be returned to the watery home. Well people, this is me, packed up and ready for my 3-hour drive back home. Overall, it's been a truly enjoyable 48-hour session, and myself and my dad cannot wait to return. There's been multiple carp caught to a point where we've lost count. But what I will say is that we're definitely heading into the double figures in regards to the amount of fish landed. So yeah, this is me checking out. Not really much else to say, but what I will say is do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. So when the next vlog goes live, you'll be one of the first to know about it. Boom. Carp good.